Hey, what is up guys? Today I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown on the Choose Your Legends 3 units. I'm not going to do an in-depth review or anything. I'm just going to give you guys a quick summary for each hero and tell you guys which one I picked and why. Alright, so let's start with I personally think that is the least useful candidate among the 4. I'm not saying he's bad or anything, he's definitely a good unit, but he doesn't impact the game as much as the other 3. Him being a sword infantry already puts him in a weird position since sword infantry is the most populated class in the entire game. It's a very competitive class, so now we have to really analyze and see what does he do better than the other sword units. Well, he has a lot of attack, that's for sure. He also gains 20 extra stats if there are more foes around him than allies, and his exclusive A-slot skill allows him to basically deal a lot of damage with each swing, since the extra damage is based on Alm's enormous attack stat. So with how his base kit is, he's going to be a powerhouse character to use for modes such as Arena Assault, and PvE modes as well, but those are modes that any well-invested unit can excel in. The mode that we really have to talk about is Ether Raids, and I don't think he's that good for this mode. On offense, you probably want to build him as an Omega tank, right? Because he has amazing physical bulk. The problem with that is first, his color, and then second, his res stat. There's a reason why red Omega tanks are the least used in Ether Raid's offense. It's because blue mages are very common among defense teams. Well, there's not really a wide variety of blue mages on defense teams. It's mainly just Ophelia and sometimes Reinhardt, but Ophelia is in the majority of them, and Alm only having 20 resistance while being a red color is a huge weakness. It's a double whammy. He's gonna straight up evaporate to mages, especially blue mages. I'm pretty sure even infantry pulse Lilinas could easily deal with him too. So for that reason, he's not going to be good for AR offense, but I will say that if you can fully max him out to plus 10 with max flowers and everything, then I think he could be okay. But zero merge Alm isn't good enough to make the cut. Aside from his performance, his skills aren't that good for fodder. There's chill defense and threat and attack speed 3. Chill defense can be bought with Grail, so not very exciting at all. Threat and attack speed is decent to use for arena modes, but it has no use in Ether Raids since it only debuffs foes that are 2 spaces away, which in most cases will probably only hit 1 target. I also kind of dislike the fact that his unique skill is an A-slot skill. Personally, I think that A-slot is the most impactful skill slot. It really changes how you build characters because it has tons of powerful skills such as distant counter, impacts, breaths, and stat boosting skills like Fury to make your character more well-rounded. So yeah, that's my opinion on Alm. I understand he's a popular character and lots of you guys will probably just pick him just because you like him, and that's okay. If that's how you want to play the game, then it's perfectly fine. Next up is Eliwood. First off, I want to say that Eliwood has hands down the best art among the 4. Wada is just such a great artist. I absolutely love all the art that she does for this game and for the series. But anyways, Eliwood is my second pick. I think he's very versatile as a unit. I believe he's the only lance unit that has an effective against dragon weapon, and his weapon is also effective against beasts. Dual effectiveness is something I value a lot because it allows the unit to basically counter 2 whole types of heroes, and I just think that will be valuable to have moving forward. The weapon also grants him 3 extra speed and 16 additional snatch, which of course is always very solid. I know that Eliwood is also in a competitive class of heroes being a lance cab, but unlike Alm, Eliwood is actually a good unit for Ether Raids. You can use him for offense or defense. On defense, you can keep his unique weapon equipped, or you can swap out his weapon and have him do something else like fire sweep or something. He can actually use many lances effectively due to how good his stat line is. And then for offense, swapping out his weapon to slaying lance and giving him Gale Force is probably his best option. The point is he can do all these things without much investment, and he doesn't need additional merges even though merges would help. Lastly, he's great as fodder, probably the best fodder unit among the 4. Basically, everything in his skill set has some fodder value, and because we can inherit 4 skills now, you can inherit 2 of the following 4 skills from him. Micaiah is the best hero to pick. She has everything going for her. She's got a dual effectiveness weapon with a secondary effect that's also powerful. Not a lot of mages have effectiveness tomes, and Micaiah is one of the few that has a dual effective tome. For the assist, she has Sacrifice, which doesn't have much use outside of AR except for arena points, but it can be good on AR defense teams for tricky setups. Not a lot of people know how Sacrifice works AI wise, so you can use that to surprise attackers. Then, the rest of her kit is just also good. She's basically built ready out of the box. She doesn't take much investment at all. Ground orders is a huge skill to get your hands on, especially if you enjoy playing ether raids. You can make some interesting rally traps using it with like infantry units, like what you guys saw in my ether raids defense compilation video. You can basically make your non-flower team work like a flower team that has flower formations. So yeah, I know I talked a lot about Micaiah and ether raids, but she's also great outside of AR as well. Not really much use in arena since she's a mage and has lower BST, but for grand hero battles and arena assault, she's going to be very useful in those two modes. There's a lot of armors in arena assault and she's going to tear up those Effys, Gwendolyn's, and Hardens. Armor and calves are common in grand hero battles and she's going to eat those guys up in that mode too. Lastly, she's a green tone flyer. She's one of 2 green tone flyers currently that is in the permanent summoning pool, so her typing is quite rare and she's the most unique among the 4. If you guys do not know who to pick, then I would highly recommend that you pick Micaiah. Alright, the last hero is Camilla. There's a few pros going for Camilla. She has the best offensive spread on a flying unit, but just slightly. She's the only non-seasonal staff flyer, and she also has attack speed push 4, which is the best offensive skill for staff units, and it can also be used on some other offensive units as well. She's a great PvE unit overall, so if you enjoy building flower teams and using them, then she's an excellent pickup, especially considering how hard it is to get a hold of a staff flyer unit. In ether raids, I think she could be decent on defense teams as well. It doesn't have to be an all flying team. You can use her to do the restore gimmick for your AR defense, where the units start moving before the team actually engages, and that could lead up to something funny like Camilla getting danced by legendary Sora, moving 4 spaces, and attacking the enemy's backline and gimping some of the opponent's movement with gravity. Alright, so for my ranking, I'm going to put Camilla either 2nd or 3rd. You can swap her and Eliwood around, it doesn't really matter, but I'm putting her 3rd in my rankings just because Brian Fjorm exists. Fjorm can play a similar role as Camilla since her stats are pretty much the same but slightly worse. But here's the thing, Fjorm is more useful than Camilla because of her unique staff that disables assist skills. I think players are better off waiting and summoning for Fjorm from a legendary banner than choosing Camilla over Micaiah right now. Plus, I don't think Camilla's stat line is that impressive. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if she got power creep later this year by a new non-seasonal staff flyer. So yeah, that's going to be my quick review on the Choose Your Legends 3 units. Let's do a quick ranking recap, shall we? I have Micaiah as the definite number 1 choice, Eliwood number 2, Camilla is slightly behind Eliwood but you can swap them around, and then is a definite number 4. Before I sign off, I just want to let you guys know that if you play this game just to collect heroes and you don't really care about ether raids and all that competitive stuff, then your number 1 choice should be whichever one that you like the most, obviously. Let me know who you guys picked as your free summon and why. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.